Well done, we made it to our workout. My name is Mary. This is Quiet HIIT. I recommend a pair of dumbbells on the lighter side as well as a mat. Let's get started with a warm-up. Just rolling shoulders as we start to move the feet as well. Getting the joints warm. Change directions with the shoulders. Big circles. And then arms around, keeping the movement in our feet and hips. Opening up the chest, change directions with the arms. And now rotating, pivoting on the toe, lifting the heel of the leg that is in the opposite direction of where we're turning, and we'll just reach side to side. Feeling a stretch in the upper back, in the shoulder, reaching up now. And reaching down. Marching, lifting the knees, arms are coming up and down as well. Always keeping the core engaged here. That will always help us keep good form. If we keep the core engaged. All right, if you want, extend the legs. So sometimes it's hard to think of what it means if the core is engaged. So an analogy I'd like to make is if you're riding on a bus next to somebody and the bus goes around a sharp turn and you don't know the person next to you, you're gonna really tighten up so you don't swing and run into them, if that helps. All right, just a few more of these on each side. Very good. Side to side step, and then adding arms for a modified jack. Now, hands behind the head, squat, knees and toes in line. You can choose the depth, always prioritizing good form over the depth here, keeping the chest lifted, and knees behind the toes. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now stepping into a lunge, step together, other side. Glutes are also important here to engage. They are part of the core, but they are also known as the booty. So if you weren't sure what the glutes are, now you do. But keeping them engaged is going to help protect the lower spine. Let's do 2 more on each side. Very good. Now side lunge, step together, other side. Toes straight ahead. Chest lifted. And if you want, arms can come overhead. Let's do 4 more on each side. Last one on each side. Very good. Okay. Bending the knees, bringing the hands to the mat, and stepping back to a high plank position. Let's lift the hips and walk the feet down underneath us, heels coming down just one at a time, stretching the calves. And then come back out to high plank, so back is flat. Then step 1 foot forward and back. Step the other leg forward. It's okay if it doesn't come so far forward, and back. And then step both feet forward and stretch out the hips. You can bring one shoulder down. And then roll up to standing. Whew. All right. Hopefully we are feeling a bit warmer now. We're going to move into our first circuit. I will preview the first move. So we just did lunges. We're going to do something similar. stepping back into rear lunge, then knee lift, step side, and knee lift. So that is the move. You can choose the pace, keeping it very controlled. All right, 40 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Rear lunge, knee lift, side lunge, knee lift. Of course, if you need to slow it down, you may. Trying to keep those toes facing forward. More than halfway through. Five seconds. 3, 2, and time. Changing to the other side. We have our rear lunge, knee lift, side lunge. Starting now. Remember, you choose the pace, so if you need to slow it down, you may. If you want to speed it up, you may as well. Ooh. You can take out the knee lift if the knee lift is too much here. 10 seconds remaining. Good job, guys. 3, 2, and time. Awesome. Next move is on the floor. We're on all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, one arm and one leg extending away from each other, pulsing 3, 2, 1, and then elbow toward the knee. They don't have to touch. Again, 3, 2, 1, and then elbow to the knee. Starting this in 3, 2, and 1. Same side. We'll do it for 40 seconds per side. And again, going at our own pace. 3, 2, 1. We're getting the back side of the body working. Good for posture. Core is also really important here to keep us balanced. So even though we're pulsing, we're not wildly jerking or anything like that. We're keeping it very controlled. We have just 3 more seconds, 2, and switch sides. Opposite arm and leg, pulse 3, 2, 1, and keep it up. Breathing, of course. Ten seconds remaining. 3, 2, and time. Very good. Okay, one more exercise in this circuit. Picking up our dumbbells again, or picking them up. We're doing side squat and then overhead press. So side squat, overhead press. Starting this all together in 3, 2, and go. Paying attention to what your knees are doing relative to your toes. Are they coming inside? Are they going way outside? Wanting to support as best as we can here. More than halfway through. Three, 2, and time. Awesome. Okay, we know all the moves now. Let's put down our dumbbells and we're gonna go back to our lunges. Starting in about 10 seconds, we're gonna go back to that rear lunge, knee lift, and side lunge, knee lift. Starting in 3, 2, and go. 40 seconds. You can do what you want with your hands. Whatever helps you keep good form with your lower body. halfway through on this side. So we're working legs, of course, here. We are also working the core, and our heart is working it as well. 3, 2, and 1. Other side, rear lunge, knee lift, side lunge, knee lift. Again, try to have the toes facing ahead. It is a little of a weird pattern, so if you're not sure what to do with your arms, that's okay. Just keep them on attached to your body, and I think we'll be good. 3, 2, and time. Excellent. Okay, back to the floor. We have opposite arm and leg reaching apart in 3, 2, and go. Remember, pulse 3 times, and then reach the arm and leg toward each other. Going at our own pace. Hopefully you feel the glutes working. Just about 10 seconds remaining. 3, 2, and switch sides, starting with that pulse. And reach together. A few more seconds. 3, 2, and time. Very good. Okay. Picking up our dumbbells, coming up to standing. We have side squat and overhead press in 3, 2, and go. You choose the depth of the squats. If your arms get fatigued and you don't feel like you can continue reaching overhead with good form, while holding the dumbbells, just put the dumbbells down and just reach without that additional weight. More than halfway through. Ooh, less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, and time. Excellent. All right, we have one more time through. Putting our weights down. We're gonna get started in 10 seconds with our third and final round of this circuit. So let's get set up. We have a rear lunge and knee lift in 3, 2, and go. Sometimes it can help to pay attention to how you're breathing, especially during a cardio workout. Because sometimes, believe it or not, we hold our breath. We have less than 5 seconds on this side. And switch. Rear lunge, knee lift, side lunge, knee lift. Ten seconds remaining. 3, 2, and going to the floor. Opposite arm and leg pulsing in 3, 2, and go. Focusing on our breath too can kind of distract us if we're feeling stressed out or fatigued. It can be good to listen in on our breath. We have less than 10 seconds remaining. 3, 2, and time. Other side. Pulsing 3, 2, 1, and keep it up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and time. Excellent. All right, last exercise of the circuit. Picking up our dumbbells, side squat in 3, 2, and go. 40 seconds. Keeping it controlled. Shoulders back and down. Halfway through, 20 more seconds. Rest break is coming up. Five seconds. 3, 2, and time. Well done. All right, put your weights down. Feel free to drink water and take a rest as I start previewing the next circuit. First one here is a combo move. We have modified jumping jacks. So jumping jacks, we did those in our warm-up. So we'll do jack, jack, then hinging at the hips, reaching down, runner's lunge, step together, runner's lunge. So just jack, jack, reach down from the side, jack, jack, reach down, reach down. You choose how far down you go each time. You don't have to go all the way down. This is part of our quiet cardio, but if you really want to do a full jack jumping off the floor, you are more than welcome. Okay, we're gonna get this started in about 15 seconds. And we'll do it for 40 seconds total. All right, getting started in 3, 2, and go. Jack, jack, hinge, reach down, reach down. As always, you choose the pace. Trying to have a flat back as we reach down, keeping good posture. Just about 10 seconds. And then we switch sides. Wow. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Should have told you that before, sorry. Good job. About 15 seconds remaining. Three, 2, and time. Very good. Okay, next exercise is on the mat, kneeling, and we're using 2 dumbbells here. We have, from a kneeling position, bringing our elbows up and hinging forward, tricep extension, and sit up. So here, extend and sit up. It's just a tricep extension, and then adding on with this sit up. We're gonna start that in 3, 2, and 1. Hinge, tricep extension, and up. Making sure we're engaging glutes and we're keeping the weights controlled throughout that tricep extension rather than swinging them. Full control of those weights. Here for 40 seconds, and we are already more than halfway through. About 10 seconds. Shoulders away from the ears. 3, 2, and time. All right, put the weights aside. Next are push-ups. Those can be on knees or toes. It can be a centimeter down. You don't have to go all the way down. All right, starting these in 3, 2, and 1. Nice flat back, long spine. Again, like I said, you can come down just a couple centimeters. Totally fine. Do what works for you. You can also go on your toes. Whatever is best for you right now. Here for 40 seconds. So pace ourselves, hands underneath the shoulders or slightly wider. We have just about 10 seconds remaining. Keeping the core engaged. 3, 2, and time. Very good. Okay, we know our moves now. So jacks and reaching down. Then we have our tricep extension and then our push-ups. Starting in 3, 2, and go with our jack. Way to stick with it, guys. About 10 more seconds on this side. Three, 2, and switching sides. Again, trying to keep a nice flat back as we hinge down. Whew. We should be breathing a little bit heavily now because we are doing cardio. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, time. Very good. Okay. Tricep extensions from the kneeling position. Starting in 3, 2, and lift those elbows, tricep extension, and sit up. Shoulders pressing down away from the ears. The key here is to keep the hinge of the arms in the elbow. So rather than at the shoulder, rather than having that be your main movement point, the elbow is this pivot joint for bringing the weights back. About 5 seconds, 3, 2, and time. Put the weights aside, we have our push-ups. Starting those in 3, 2, and 1, whichever version works for you, knees or toes. You choose the depth. Just prioritize a nice long spine, tight core. One thing that people tend to do as they get tired in these push-ups is crane their neck forward. So try to avoid doing that. Try to keep your cervical spine stacked right in line with the rest of the spine. Ooh. Five seconds. 3, 2, and time. Very good, guys. All right, one more round. We have our jacks and hinging in 3, 2, and go. Moving quickly, but we have a break after this round. Pacing ourselves though, so we still have all 3 exercises. And also breathing. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and change sides. About halfway through. Ten seconds remaining. 3, 2, and time. Woo. Back to triceps extension. Kneeling, starting in 3, 2, and go. Engaging the glutes as we bring our body upward. About 10 more seconds. Feeling the triceps working. 3, 2, and time. Put those weights aside, starting our push-ups in 3, 2, and go. 40 seconds, and then we have a rest break. Keep breathing. Just about 8 seconds remaining. 3, 2, and time. Awesome. All right. You have another rest break. I will preview our last circuit. This is another cardio move. Starting in staggered stance, so one leg forward, one leg back, but toes straight ahead. We're bending the knees and then reaching overhead from the side. It's bending the knees and reaching overhead. If you can't go down so low, just go where you can go, okay? If you can go down low, then go down low. 40 seconds per side. It is gonna be a challenge. All right, we're gonna start this in about 10 seconds. All right, setting up. 3, 2, and go. Pacing ourselves. And again, toes should be straight ahead. I know the legs are feeling it. We have just about 10 more seconds on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Changing sides. Same thing, down and up. Trying to keep the upper body parallel with the shin, if there was a straight line from the top of our head to our tailbone. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and time. Oh, I felt that. All right, picking up our dumbbells. This is a curtsy lunge, stepping one leg behind the other. Oh, I feel that, okay. And then passing the weights forward. So you don't have to go down low on this. Curtsy lunge is something like that. I know the legs are really tired, so feel free to just cross one leg behind the other, bend slightly, pass forward, other side. Or you can just go all the way down. All right, starting this in 3, 2, and 1, stepping one leg behind the other, and pass forward, step together, other side. Just 40 seconds. And go at your own pace, keeping it controlled. We're working shoulders and biceps here, as well as legs and core. About 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and time. Very good. Okay, putting the weights down, going onto our backs. We're doing a marching bridge. So glute bridge, lifting the hips, then lifting one leg at a time. Alternatively, for a little bit more challenge in the hamstrings, you can bring your heels out a little bit farther away from your body. Same thing. All right, starting this in 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to keep it with the marching glute bridge. 40 seconds. You can do what you want with your hands. They can be by your sides. Trying to keep your hips right in place rather than swaying from side to side. Good job, guys. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and time. Very good. All right. Ooh, round 2. This is our last circuit, guys, but we have 2 more rounds. Okay, let's start this in about 10 seconds. Again, this is our crouch and stand. I'll face you this time. Let's start this in 3, 2, and go. Remember to modify the depth to make it work. Chest stays lifted, knee behind the front toe. That will help take some of the strain off the knee if that is something that you were feeling on the first round. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, switch sides. We've got this. Great job. Stick with it. About 10 seconds remaining. Three, 2, and time. Oh man. Okay, picking up our dumbbells. Curtsy lunge and pass forward. 3, 2, and go. Remember, you don't have to go down very far, but you may, of course. keeping shoulders back and down. About 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and time. Whew, okay, putting those down. We have our marching glute bridge. Starting in 3, 2, and go. Lift the hips. And then lifting one leg up at a time. This is a very leg heavy circuit, but I want to make sure we all get the best bang for our buck. That was a terrible joke. Good job, guys. Stick with it. We have about 10 seconds. Three, 2, and time. All right, guys, just one more round through and then we cool down. Ooh, we've got this. Okay, starting with our crouch to stand. We're gonna start this in about 10 seconds. Just breathe. All right, 3, 2, I'll face this way, go. 40 seconds. Prioritizing good form here. Trying to reach all the way overhead with our arms rather than just in front. Ten seconds. 3, 2, switch sides. Keep breathing. Ten seconds remaining. 3, 2, and time. Oh, all right. We have curtsy lunges. 3, 2, and go. Last time we do this, guys. Ooh, keep breathing. 3, 2, and time. Last exercise before our cool down. Put the weights aside. Glute bridge, marching in 3, 2, and here we go. More than halfway through. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and time. Awesome job, guys. All right, let's start out on the mat for our stretching to side of the palms. On the floor, bringing the chest toward the mat, getting a lat stretch. Just holding here for about 10 more seconds. Lengthening the arms. And then come out of that, push yourself back, roll up slowly to standing. Head is the last thing to come up. Going into a hip flexor stretch, just tucking the hips underneath you and pressing them forward, feeling the stretch in the hip flexor. Heel is lifted in the back and toes are pointing straight ahead. All right, you can change sides, you can just pivot around. Again, hinging those hips forward, or not hinging, but tucking them underneath us. All right, now stepping one leg back, heel down, leg straight. You can support your weight on the front leg. This is calf stretch. And change. Just a couple more stretches. Toes straight ahead, flat back, hinging at the hips. Bring the chest toward the side, keeping that back flat, feeling the stretch all along the back of the leg here. And change sides. And back to the center, last stretch, stepping one leg behind the other, arm overhead, and just hold onto that arm, not yanking it over to the side, just lengthening the body, core tight. You should feel the stretch along here. And change sides. Three, two, and well done, guys. Way to show up, way to take care of yourself. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next time.